you have your ID on show all the time.
That way we know you're not a terrorist.
Thank you for not being a terrorist. Thank you for being obedient. You've done very well.
Anyway, so yeah, Charlie, this Joel has asked, what's the alternative? So what would you like to say to him?
It's very important that no one rocks the boat, that we go along with all the wars on terror, that we don't question the continuing, repeating history of inventing bogeymen to advance the cause which keeps the elite in power.
What do you mean, bogeymen? Come on, Charlie. We know Osama bin Laden has got a team of hundreds of thousands of well-trained people, and probably one of them is walking across the bridge right now. Come on. And I mean, I know people have asked the question. It's quite an interesting one. How come the journalists can find Osama bin Laden, but the CIA can't? It's a tricky question, I know. But come on, Osama bin Laden is a very bad boy, and George Bush is a very, very nice man. And he's just trying to bring democracy to the world. How else do you want him to do it?
Ladies and gentlemen, the terrorists hate your freedom, but the good news is, we have won the war on terror. I repeat, we've won it. I've just checked with Sky News. The terrorists have admitted that our way of life is much better than theirs, and they apologize for being very naughty. They apologize for all the very naughty things they've done, and they will now drink alcohol and eat pork.
I won't.
Except the Jewish one.
Is there an alternative to this zombie-like experience where most people just do what they're told and don't bother questioning what's really going on and allow the government to just do whatever they want? Whatever they want. Is there another alternative?
Well, we could always hold a public inquiry into it, but it would have to be in private, obviously, because it's not like the public have any right to know why we went to war with Iraq.
No, I know.
Because they're only sheeple. Why would the normal voter, some idiot who has no desire for power, why would they need to know why we went to war?
That's very true. And I think war is an important thing. It's wonderful, as long as it's not happening here. It's wonderful because it means that, you know, a lot of children die, which is good for the economy. Also, lots of bullets and bombs are made. These are very, very important. And I think the left wing are really, really, you know, they're heartless because they don't seem to care about the, you know, the families who work for companies like British Aerospace. I mean, they've got to make a living. Everybody's got to make a living.
Exactly. Like Middle Eastern Prosthetics, limbs.com, made a killing since the war in Iraq.
We'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for continuing to obey your commands, especially when you go to the airport. Yes, don't bother questioning why it is you can't take a bottle of water onto the plane. Just do what you are told, because that's what it's there for. It's there to train you to do what you are told, even though it makes no sense at all.
Yes, mothers.
It's quite interesting, Charlie, won't it, when they start upping the stakes a bit and start getting you to do some really, really strange things.
I know, it's very interesting in airports. This is for all you know, recently birth-given mothers, however you say it. If you've just got a kid and you're carrying a bottle of milk, it's very important at the airport that the security man with authority makes you taste your own milk. I think what we should now do is inject the needle and remove urine from your bladder and make you taste it in case you're carrying bomb-making liquids in your bladder.
I hope you didn't say urine, that's very rude. I don't think you're allowed to say.
Not urine, my urine.
Oh, okay, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't stop and ask what's going on like these young people. You'll only end up thinking for yourselves, and thinking for yourselves is boring and it's hard work. Instead, just carry on doing what you're doing. Don't question reality. Don't question Western world civilization. Just carry on texting and texting, filming and filming.
And above all, tell your children to stop being so clever and to stop asking difficult questions.
Yes, children, they're terrible. They ask so many questions. It's so annoying. Just shut them up if they ask you questions, and then hopefully they'll become like you and won't bother asking any questions anymore.
Daddy, why are we bombing Iraq?
Oh, don't ask silly questions. Just put the telly on and watch a children's program. I know. We can watch Iggle Piggle. That will make you really, really, really stupid, which is great news, so that you don't ask any of those stupid, difficult questions anymore.
Google Gaga.
Gaga, poo, poo, goo, goo, poo, poo.
But Daddy, 3 buildings fell down at World Trade Center, but there were 2 airplanes. I don't understand, Daddy.
Oh, Charlie, I've told you so many times. Why don't you ask the same questions that your friends ask? Ask us to take you to McDonald's, Charlie. That's what you need to ask. McDonald's, wonderful for children, wonderful for adults. We'd like to thank McDonald's for taking the word love and using it in a trademark. We think they are absolute geniuses. Yes, McDonald's, I'm loving ruining my body, mind and soul. It's so great to bring my consciousness down by eating burgers, by eating animals that haven't really had a chance to actually live. It's wonderful. And I'll tell you this, Charlie, I didn't get to the top of the food chain to end up eating fruit and vegetables. I want my meat. So here's a question from the young man, Joel. He said, do you vote? I said no. He said, why not? It's your chance to have a say. Well, here's the deal.